Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nick, KyogreKauai, and we are here for the 4th week of the IBA, International Battle Association. That's a tongue twister, or my mouth just is not working today, but we are here for Season 2 of the IBA. That's a lot easier to say. We are up against the Bouffalant Sabres and their coach, RebelTrainer. We have fought him multiple times throughout the IBA history. We faced off in the Season 1 playoff championship. I'm blanking because Season 1.5 was a blur to me. I like to forget about that because I lost almost every match. But we are here. We came off a loss last week for week 3. Building my team here, I am going to do the team builder in the front of the video instead of at the end. I feel like it makes more sense talking about my thoughts going into the battle with the team builder, and then the post-battle analysis is a little bit different. Obviously, hindsight is 2020. So I feel like it's better, again, to give you my perspective going into it. I'll put on the screen and I will put in the description below when the battle actually starts. If you don't want to hear me talk for like 10 minutes about my team, just skip ahead to the battle. You can come back and watch this after. But yeah, I looked at his team and I thought I had a pretty favorable matchup. Specifically, I wanted a ground-type Pokemon to be kind of like the staple of my team to deal with the Toxtricity. Toxtricity is his Gigantamax Pokemon. I really think he's going to bring it unless for some reason it has a good matchup against Charizard as far as its typing. I do get Scorching Sands on Charizard though, which is a solid ground type move, which I do plan to use against the Toxtricity, and I'm faster than it naturally, which is really nice. So I actually do have a positive matchup there, even though I have the type disadvantage of electric versus my flying type. So that's why I have Gastrodon as another just solid counter. Obviously, it's super effective on electric and poison, meaning it's twice as effective, 4 times effective on Toxtricity. I'm bringing kind of a bulky Gastrodon here this week named Goop with the leftovers. It is fully invested in HP. The rest in defense. I gave it Modest Nature with enough special attack to, I believe, Oko Dynamaxed Toxtricity. I calced it for a specific reason, and it doesn't Oko Mamoswine with Scald, because I'll show you the moveset here. I have Scald, Earth Power, and then Recover and Toxic, so it's like a mix between attacking and bulky. But let me run the calc here real quick. Gastrodon custom set is doing it's 2-hit KO to stuff like Alolan Ninetales, which my opponent has. But I believe specifically this, this more than guarantees the Oko on onto Toxtricity. So I put the special attack there, I think, to like guarantee 2-hit KOing Mamoswine. That's probably what it is. Scald. Yeah. It definitely 2-hit KOs Mamoswine. Oh, sorry, I was doing the calc wrong. Yeah. It's enough special attack to Oko Gigantamax Toxtricity without any special defense boosts. Toxic and Recover to stick around and be annoying. Then we have My Arm, the Galarian Slowbro, bringing back from week 1, Quick Claw, Quick Draw. Again, this has a positive matchup, again, against the poison type of Toxtricity. It resists all the poison type attacks, and it does a lot of damage with its Psychic and Psychic attack. Nasty Plot, I can boost up my special attack, hopefully be moving faster than most of things with the Quick Draw plus Quick Claw. And then, like, Shell Sidearm, destroys Ninetales, Psychic hits, he has Conkeldurr, Dragalge, quite a few things I can hit here. And then Flamethrower hits the Cobalion and the Roserade, and the Dubwool if the Dubwool has the Fluffy ability. Specifically, like, Cobalion shuts down this thing as far as Psychic and Poison don't do much to the Steel type. So Flamethrower is just a more consistent way to hit Cobalion, and I needed a 4th move. This thing has max special attack, a little bit of special defense, and HP. Next up, we have our Smoked Turtle here with the Heat Rock. I want to make sure I have Sun up for as long as possible in this game, because I am going to be fighting with the weather. He has Alolan Ninetales, so I really want to shut down his ability to get Aurora Veil up. I'm thinking there's a good chance he might lead Ninetales turn 1. So in prediction of that, my game plan, honestly, if I have a strong feeling he's leading with Alolan Ninetales, what I'm going to do is lead with Slowbro, because it has a really positive matchup against legitimately everything on the team, except Mamoswine. So that's why I'm thinking I can like lead this and make him think he can set up the Aurora Veil if he leads Ninetales. He might even be afraid of this thing and switch out, but if he doesn't, I can turn 1. I'm putting on the pressure on Ninetales, which means he might not even want to stay in and go for the Aurora Veil. But if I bait him into the Aurora Veil, if he wants to just do that, I switch into Torkoal, I set up the Sun, and then the Aurora Veil doesn't work when it's not hailing. That's my game plan for the lead, unless I really look at who he brings and thinks he's going to do something, and I think he's going to do something different. So that's Slowbro. I'm hoping, like, again, if I can get lucky with the Quick Claw and the Quick Draw, and, like, especially if I get +2 special attack, you know, Slowbro might be able to have, you know, put a lot of offensive pressure on his team, which is obviously the idea here is with this very offensive Slowbro, but it's nice because of the Quick Draw and Quick Claw. You don't have to invest in speed. That's why I really like Galarian Slowbro. And then again, our Turtle has kind of split defense, special defense, and HP with Drought and Heat Rock, again, to guarantee our Sun stays up. Same moveset as last week, though. I really like, I mean, it sets up rocks, it gets rid of rocks, it can burn stuff with Lava Plume, it can threaten, it can punish people for switching with Yawn. So, I mean, that's what I really have been using Torkoal for. There's other stuff it can do, but this is how it's been functioning best on my team, for sure. Then we have Charizard, who's not a dragon. Back Solar Power special attacking with heavy duty boots. I just can't, you know, can't risk Stealth Rocks being up and Torkoal not being able to get rid of them. So heavy duty boots guarantees Stealth Rocks, so there's not something I have to worry about. I want to be able to switch in my Charizard when I want to, freely. Solar Power, Modest Nature there. Scorching Sands, Fire Blast, Brick Break, and Air Slash. Brick Break is there to break the Aurora Veil if I need to. Air Slash, Fire Blast, and Scorching Sands are just the coverage that hits everything, like Toxtricity, Conkeldurr, Ninetales, Araquanid, Dragalge gets hit by Scorching Sands. Dubwool, if it's fluffy, gets hit by Fire Blast. Everything's super effective except for Dusclops and Wailord. So, I mean, 9 out of 11 Pokemon ain't bad. And then we have not a dragon, obviously Charizard, and then dragon here, the Goodra, with max special attack, and then the rest in HP and a little bit thrown into speed. The speed here was, I wanted the speed for a specific reason. Oh yeah, that guarantees I outspeed max speed Dragalge. And then, yeah, Earthquake, Hydro Pump, Draco Meteor, Fire Blast. It's just fantastic coverage to hit a lot of his team really, really hard. And then that's a Assault Vest Goodra to be extra bulky in the special side. So there's the team. That's kind of my thought process. Oh, sorry, I have one more Pokemon. I thought so. Leafeon here, Focus Sash Leafeon, Go Green. That's a reference to the local football team, Michigan State. Reply, there's a specific reply after you say go green, and leave it in the comments down below if you know the response. This is just Chlorophyll Leafeon. The only kind of unique thing I did is I gave it Solar Blade, which means I can guaranteed in the sun, you know, I'm faster than Mamoswine and I can OHKO it. Leaf Blade, like, is not a guaranteed OHKO. Solar Blade in the sun instantly charges up and is an instant definitely an OHKO against the Mamoswine. I used Mamoswine in Season 1 of IBA. I know how much of a threat it is. I would imagine he's probably going to run it Choice Band or Choice Scarf. That's always what I did. You know, you could run it Focus Sash, you could run it Life Orb, but it's really hard to, it's got a good speed tier to be Choice Scarf. To base 80 speed, it outspeeds a lot with Choice Scarf, and Choice Band, that thing just, it's 130 base attack. And it does insane amounts of damage, and it's kind of hard to take down anyway. It's got good, pretty good bulk, so I am very scared of the Mamoswine, because if you look at this team, Mamoswine, super effective with Ice, super effective with Ice. It gets Rock-type moves, super effective with Rock, super effective with Rock and Ground, super effective with Ground, and the only thing that is not super effective against it. So I'm really banking that he doesn't bring Mamoswine. I mean, I have options. Again, like if it's sunny, I can switch in. I can live on Focus Sash. And as long as he locks himself into something and doesn't have Ice Shard, that works to switch Leafeon in. Otherwise, if I get caught in a bad position with Mamoswine, I honestly don't have a switch in. I'm going to have to let something go down. But I can revenge kill it with quite a lot. Like, Gastrodon can almost OHKO it and doesn't take a ton of damage. You know, so there is options I can do. Pretty sure Goodra can live a hit or has a chance to live a hit and then can OHKO with Hydro Pump. So there is definitely things I can do. I just have to play around the Mamoswine very well or else it can really do some damage to my team. If it's choiced, it's more scary, but then it's also locked into a move and I can play around that better. So I'm just hoping that Mamoswine isn't a threat. My only other option was to bring Skarmory, because Skarmory absolutely shuts down Mamoswine. You know, it's not weak to ice or ground. It's immune to ground and only neutral, and it's just such a good defensive Pokemon. Skarmory would have been a good bring. I just didn't have room for another defensive Pokemon on my team, and I couldn't, I mean, pretty much I could have dropped Torkoal, but then how do I set up the Sun for my Leafeon and my Charizard? So, I mean, again, I could have done stuff differently and built around Skarmory and Goodra to specifically shut down Toxtricity and Mamoswine. But then again, it just limits my options. And I liked Goodra. Goodra just gave me so much coverage. But maybe Goodra honestly isn't the best option looking at it for this matchup. It just soaks up the special attack hits so well from Toxtricity. But that's the one thing, though. I was like, maybe I could swap Skarmory. But I don't have a good Skarmory built for this matchup. Like, I don't really want Roar. I mean, the Rocky Helmet's not bad. Defog. Does Defog get rid of screens? It does. It does. Okay. I mean, what is... Goodra... I mean, Goodra allows me to... Again, just have really good matchups against Toxtricity, but I already have really good matchups against Toxtricity. The more I look at it, the more I kind of want to bring Skarmory. I mean, Goodra really doesn't give me a whole lot here. You know what? Last minute call, the more I think about it, I'm going to change it up. I'm dropping Goodra. And I'm putting Skarmory on the team. Let's give Skarmory a nickname. I didn't build this Skarmory specifically for this matchup, but it's a much better defensive check, and it gives me a switch into Mamoswine, which otherwise I'm really scared of. Like, I could put Body Press on it instead of Roar, or instead of Stealth Rock. Well, my match starts in like 5 minutes, so I kind of got to think about what I want to do here. Alright, so we're about to get connected for this battle, but I did swap out the Goodra for the Skarmory. I was not comfortable with how weak I was to Mamoswine. Plus this also, Goodra, I realized Goodra gave me nothing that the rest of my team didn't already have, where Skarmory gave me so much that my team didn't have. It was too valuable of a swap not to do. Plus this allows me to stack spikes on top of Stealth Rocks. Obviously Skarmory having spikes and Torkoal having Stealth Rocks. Also gives me a better defensive switch into, again, the offensive threats that my opponent has. Because Torkoal doesn't resist any of the physical offensive Pokemon. Like, it's weak to Araquanid, it's weak to Mamoswine, and it's only neutral to the Conkeldurr and Cobalion. It resists steel but not fighting. So yeah, definitely a better defensive Pokemon for sure. And I need Torkoal to be able to set up the Sun consistently. I can't keep switching it in to take all those hits, which it can't even take very well. So Skarmory really is great. Plus Defog is another way to get rid of Aurora Veil besides having to use my G-Max without G-Maxing and like stay regular Charizard just to go for a Brick Break to get rid of Aurora Veil is not worth it. So Skarmory is, I think, a great addition to the team, and we're going to get connected for this battle, so I'll be back with you guys in just a moment. Alright, so we are here connected to our opponent, RebelTrainer. I didn't say it before, I was a little bit caught up in talking about the team and thinking about it. Made the last minute change there to the team. But make sure to subscribe to his channel. His link is down in the description below. Go support his side of the battle. And it is always really cool to see multiple perspectives of the same battle, in my opinion. So, definitely do that. And hit the like button on this video too if you are excited, hype, if you enjoy these videos, because now we're on week 4. Make sure to smash the like button. And yeah, I am very excited for this match. Again, I thought I did some pretty decent preparation, but it all depends on who he brings. That isn't unlike what I thought he was going to bring. So, Dragalge, Ninetales, Conkeldurr. So, Dragalge gets Toxic Spikes to be aware of. Ninetales could be a lead to set up. So again, my leads have been Torkoal a lot of the time. So maybe he just leads out of the gate with Mamoswine. So yeah, my play here now that I have Skarmory is to lead Skarmory because it has a good matchup against the Mamoswine if he wants, and the Ninetales. And if he leads Ninetales, I immediately switch into Torkoal to deny the Aurora Veil. Anything else, the only thing I don't like leading Skarmory with is if he leads his G-Max, but that would be a very brave move to do that. And I mean, then I have a free switch into Gastrodon. I'm not too worried. So I'm going to lock in here in just a second. Conkeldurr, I'm going to lock in now. So yeah, we're leading our Skarmory. I think it's a safe play. Dubwool, Toxtricity. What was the last one? We'll see in a second. But he had Dragalge, Ninetales, Conkeldurr, Dubwool, Toxtricity. A little nervous. Got the little bit of jitters this week. Seaweed. Okay, so this thing against Skarmory doesn't do... Wow. Choice Specs, it actually does a lot. Even Draco Meteor and Focus Blast do a lot. And Iron Head is not doing a lot, so I feel like I just go for Spikes. I mean, say he's like Specs Flamethrower, does that... I mean, that KOs, but like, what do I want to switch into this? He's got such good coverage. There's nothing I really want to safely switch in. So I'm going to like scout what he wants to do and like set up. Maybe I can flinch him, and if he actually goes for Toxic Spikes, then I just click Defog the next turn. So let's see if I can like get a flinch hacks turn 1. Just go for the Iron Head. Does about 25%. Flip turn. Okay, so it gets flip turn. I did not know that. The Rocky Helmet chip is actually really nice. So first move we see is Dragalge with flip turn. I should have seen that I got that. That's pretty cool. So I imagine he goes out into his Toxtricity or like Mamoswine. Again, if he goes Toxtricity, I immediately go Gastrodon. Yeah, okay. I mean, he can like shift gear. He can set up for sure. He doesn't get Calm Mind or Nasty Plot. Only boosting move is Shift Gear. I'm definitely not going to stay in and just take an electric type attack. So he has nothing to hit Gastrodon with. Besides, again, he can set up if he wants. That's fair. So we get Dragalge with Flip Turn. And Dubwool comes out. Okay. So Dubwool as I go into Goop. I mean, I could Scald or go for Toxic. So let's see what's better. Dubwool versus my Gastrodon custom. I gotta do custom sets only. Cancel. I mean, Earth Power is like a 2-hit KO, especially after Toxic. And I mean, he's like, +3 body press does a lot, but I feel like I could just start recovering and toxic. Yeah, Cotton Guard. He could be like Lumberry. Lumberry would actually be really smart of a tech on his part. Gosh dang it. So I missed the attack here. Let's see what happens. Like, I mean... It's unfortunate. I feel like I just got to go for damage now. I'm just going to go for the Earth Power, I guess. Oh, he baton passes it. Okay, well, definitely was not predicting that. So who is going to be super bulky? Who is it going to be? I mean, I'm specially offensive Gastrodon, luckily. I was expecting a body press. I was definitely not expecting him to pass that to anybody. I mean... Again, I'm on the special side. So, Seaweed? This is actually great that I went for Earth Power. This might just KO. This is actually really perfect for me. Please KO. I mean, Seaweed's really bulky. Not bulky enough. Alright. First KO. Gast KO's Dragalge. So that's really nice. If I went for Scald there, that would have been a lot worse. So I went for the correct play. Again, I get, you know, if I would have went for the Toxic, bad play, Scald would have been bad play. That was honestly the most optimal thing I could do in that scenario. So that puts us in a really, really strong position now that Dragalge is gone. Now we have Conkeldurr coming out, which again is going to either be Guts or... It's going to be either like Guts or Sheer Force or Iron Fist. So I definitely don't want to like Toxic it. I feel like chip damage is good on this thing. And I mean, I need Goodra too. I need Goodra specifically for like Toxtricity. So like, here's the thing if I go Skarmory. I can't really do much to... I can always switch next turn. I don't think he's going to take me out in one hit, so I'm just going to go for the Earth Power. I'm going to just go for it for now because I'm not really... He goes for Knockoff. Okay. That does about half. The next one won't do as much, but he can go for like Drain Punch, honestly, and just recover back the health. So that really wasn't great of me because he's going to go for Drain Punch probably. So really, I feel like I should just recover. Unless Drain Punch KOs, which I probably should slow down and start thinking a little bit better about this. Oh, I lived on one. Okay, that's really good. Okay, so it's not Guts. That damage... I mean, maybe he's Sheer Force? Drain Punch does way too much on the switch. Skarmory takes about 50%. Torkoal takes about 50%. That's if he's burned, actually. Though. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go out into my turtle here. And we're gonna see how much this does. Okay, so we go to Turtle. We set up the Sun for 8 turns with our Heat Rock. Sun is up. I 2-hit KO with Lava Plume. Okay, this did less than 50%. So that's like just regular damage. Is there any hazards on the field? I got sunlight. Yeah, so we got sunlight. I mean, I go for lava. I feel like now is a perfect opportunity to set up my own stealth rocks. I honestly want him to take me out as quick as possible. I can get Charizard in here against this thing. That's fair. Take me out next turn. That's totally fine. We go for our stealth rock. Take me out. That's totally fine. 100% fine with that. Actually, I need to be able to set the sun back up against the Ninetales. So, what about Slowbro? Oh, that's taken like nothing from that. And we're... You know, I'm doing it. I'm switching into... I realize I want to be able to set the sun back up if with Ninetales coming back out. So, oh, what a good prediction. Or, I mean, just a safe play. I lose my Quick Claw. Alright, that's fine. We might still be able to get lucky with it. Nope, we don't. And we don't live. Okay. So, Conkeldurr KOs our Slowbro. He makes a really smart read with the switch. Conkeldurr, Leafeon. No. Alright, we're going for it. In the sun. Fire Blast KOs, so we go for it. Who's he going to switch in to a fire type attack? Really nobody. He has no solid switch in. So, and he does have a switch into Max Airstream, so I go for the Max Flare. Alright. Alright. The thing is though, then Ninetales comes out and resets the weather, which is just unfortunate. There's nothing I can do about it. He preserved his weather to the end. Oh, I'm not even G-Max Charizard. That's probably illegal. I feel like we have to G-Max, and I didn't realize my Charizard wasn't G-Max. So, probably just threw the game because of that. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. It should be G-Max. It was supposed to be. Oh, I'm moving this week. You can tell by the boxes behind me. Got a lot going on. Dang. Yeah, I wasn't supposed to do that, so. Yeah, it was supposed to G-Max, so I broke a rule, but it was totally unintentional. But it is what it is. That was just an oversight on my part. E-choice scarfs, and now my brain is just not even thinking. It doesn't really matter at this point. I'm sorry, guys. I can't really commentate anymore. I'm really annoyed about that. I'll give you guys some music or something. Okay, guys, I had to get back with you. I needed to take a minute. I legitimately could not even keep my face cam and mic during the rest of that video. I don't know why. I'm just in a weird mood right now, and that was really upsetting. I feel like I put a lot of time and effort into building for this week's battle, and the fact that I threw it away because, like, it was such a small oversight that is so frustrating to miss, and legitimately threw me off my game. I couldn't even play the rest of the game because I didn't even think it mattered, because I basically, I forfeited anyway as soon as I broke a rule. I was so upset at myself. I still am. I'm sorry that I didn't get to give you guys a more entertaining video. And it just made it all the worse that I felt like I was in a strong, good position in the game, and I legitimately, as soon as I saw that I made that mistake, my brain just shut off, and I was just had to do everything in my power not to get extremely upset and frustrated. So I apologize about that. I could have won that game if I was actually paying attention, and the fact that I didn't bring Gigantamax Charizard made no difference. It honestly just stopped me from setting up the Max Flare or the Wildfire, which is so it really only hurt me. I probably wouldn't have even had to forfeit the match if Rebel was and everybody in the league was okay with it. But at that point, I just wasn't thinking, and I was spamming A, and he sent out the Mammoth Swine. I should have known the Mammoth Swine was Choice Scarf, because why would you send it out in the face of my Charizard if it wasn't Choice Scarf? And I could have switched. I probably still could have won that game if I played better after that point. But again, my brain legitimately shut off, and I was just focusing on not blowing a gasket legitimately at myself for making such a stupid mistake. And yeah, so big frustrated, big upset. But go support Rebel, because he did a good job. He brought a really cool team. I really liked the Dubwool with the Baton Pass. And I just need to fix my brain, because that was a silly mistake, and it cost me a victory. And you live and you learn, but boy, in the moment, I am very, very frustrated with myself. So it is what it is. Try to have a better attitude about it going forward. But I appreciate you guys. I know you guys are still going to come out and support this video, because you guys are awesome. I really love and appreciate all of you guys for supporting me through ups and downs. And yeah, that was a big down. That was a big, a really bad moment. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in another video next time.